Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody is doing well. Well, I've got some things to report. Some funny things. They're not so funny. Well, I ordered a bunch of female hens in July. And then the hatchery gave me what they call them surprises. If you want this extra chick and it's a surprise, you don't know if it's going to be a male or a female. So I said, sure, give me the surprise chicks. Well, surprise, surprise. Both of those surprise chicks have turned into roosters. And then one of my hens, who I paid for females, turns out to be a rooster also. So now the total is up to 7 roosters on the homestead, folks. For anybody that knows anything about chickens, it's 1 rooster to about 6 hens, because roosters are very sexual creatures. They like to mate often. When I say often, it's like as soon as they wake up in the morning, 20 minutes later, 20 minutes after that, and all day long. They pretty much do it all day long. I don't know any man that gets laid as much as a rooster. But I digress. I'm going to respond to a couple of comments from subscribers, and welcome to the channel for the newcomers. My name is Lorraine. I live in rural Kentucky. I moved here from Manalapan, New Jersey, in a house that I lived in for 30 years as original owner. It was a 5-bedroom house. It was huge. 2 outbuildings, two attics, etc. It was quite a huge house. And now I'm living in 700 square feet, which is way too small for me. And then I bought a building for my 501c3 nonprofit cat rescue. And I'm going to show you, these are the new windows that were installed over the last 2 days because the criminals destroyed all the insulation. And there's one of my little creatures right there. Hi. Hi, girl. So these are the new windows. And we're going to document whether or not these creatures, and I call them creatures, criminals, psychopaths, damage them, because they are brand new and they are under warranty and they are quite expensive. But I'm going to respond to a person. Fire up your heart, children of God. She wrote a wonderful response under my letter to the energy company regarding radiation levels, the network, and a response from a subscriber. So she writes, alternative homesteading, yes, some places tried to stop 5G, and that was a success. But the U.S. experiments on the population. It is very invested in this psychological operation, a PSYOP. Things like this, many people will get cancer. So this group will then be infertile. This group over there, we can make them go nuts. And these groups over here, we can make them do mass shootings. It's the radio frequencies. And some of us, stop it, guys. They're nipping on me now. It's the radio frequencies, and some of us, they've got those of us, super young people, they will keep it to a minimum because they're paid trolls that flag these conversations and they clip them, block them, ban them. Many just simply don't realize it's the Wi-Fi frequencies deteriorating their health, and most doctors know. They just get paid to shut up about it. They'll get you on pills for mental health, for blood clots, migraines, nausea, the whole list. It's all tied in with the worldwide genocide, silently done in some instances. It's the agenda protected by authorities, power companies, and bunch more. If I call the water company and say my symptoms increased after the new meter was installed, that was forced on everyone. There's no opt-out options. They will probably call a mental health on me again, she says, because of all of my labels. Even though since young, I cannot tolerate excessive electricity, smart meters, and all that crap. Then there are literally some people that with particular frequencies who are just not that affected adversely. And that's true. We're all different. We all have different DNA, different health issues, different sensitivities. Some people are very sensitive to radio frequencies and Wi-Fi, and others are not as sensitive. Just like some people are very sensitive to genetically modified foods, and others can tolerate them. Some people can eat meat, and other people can't. For some people, meat is indigestible. So they use it as a baseline. Even though many people are affected, they just listen to the doctors more than their own body or with God. And you look at their cupboard, and they're barely 50 years old and on their way. Too many pharmaceuticals. That's just one. That's just one example, she says. So these creatures, my little hens here, they're acting up. So I'm going to go into the nonprofit building where it's a little quiet and I could read the next message, folks. Oh, nice and quiet. So now Karen left a message, and let me just pull this up here. Okay, she says that she thinks that she's being shadow banned, that she just tried to post a comment on Yahoo. Okay, here you go, folks. This is news, okay? This is breaking news. There is another mass shooting. This happened at a Walmart in Virginia. Many people are dead. Someone posted a comment under the story saying it is not about guns, but rather about mental instability. I tried to reply to the comment and was kept from posting. The FBI cannot stand when somebody tells the truth about them. The comment I tried to post is that people need to ask themselves. Oh, wait, I just screwed up here. People need to ask themselves, why is there so much mental instability? If they did a little research, they would find that there is non-consensual, subconscious mind control being done. Artificial tinnitus, V2K, which is voice-to-God technology, where they beam into your cranial voices, sounds, vibrations, to make somebody go crazy, to make them believe that they're hearing voices when they are not, when it's being intentionally done to the individual to cause them to receive a diagnosis of schizophrenia so they can be placed on medication and or institutionalized. So she goes on to say that it's being done artificially. Artificial tinnitus, V2K, Manchurian candidate programming, and MK Ultra is still around. Many innocent people have been put on a terrorist watch list due to the lies the FBI tells the FISA court so they can get approval to put them on the watch list. The person then becomes targeted to have a 24/7 surveillance done on them. They are community stalked. Directed energy weapons are then used on them without their consent. Some of the directed energy weapons have caused Havana syndrome. This is weapon testing being done for the military, not just abroad, but right here in the United States. They also do non-consensual weapons testing on the homeless and prisoners. It is a money-making scam. The more people on the watch list, the more money the DHS and FBI receive allocated to them on an annual basis. And grants are handed out like candy. Then many of the targeted ones that try to get help, they're ignored or put in the psych unit. This is called the psychiatric reprisal, folks. This is, of course, a big lie because the targeted person is simply reaching out for help and asking for the atrocities to stop. In the meantime, insurance is paid out to millions across the country for the psychiatric reprisals. This is insurance fraud. And a lot of people are getting kickbacks and a piece of the pie, like Tina Booth in Manalapan, New Jersey, and the Manalapan Police Department, Lieutenant Thomas Mantle. Lieutenant Thomas Mantle labeled me a terrorist threat for walking on my driveway. And then they bring Tina Booth, the mental health worker, to my house because I reported vandalism on my property. The reason why is because they are part of these crimes against humanity. To sum it up, there are immense crimes against humanity being done, causing all sorts of chaos. And I can attest to that, folks. Karen Stewart, retired NSA intelligence analyst, has written on this topic. She has written to the government. She has written to the president. She has posted flyers online. She has been ignored. Nobody is responding to her. I have contacted the FBI here in Kentucky. In New Jersey, I was hung up on. My mother was laughed at after she reported the crimes being done at my house. The Manalapan Police Department falsify reports and are involved in medical fraud, Medicaid fraud, insurance fraud, psychiatric fraud, just like Tina Booth, who does not even have a license to practice. These are frauds practicing psychiatry and law against the American people, folks, against innocent, law-abiding people for profit, and they laugh and giggle behind your back. And then wherever you move, they go and alert the next group of people, like the criminals here in Jackson County, Kentucky. And then, of course, there is the COPS program, the COPS program run by the Department of Justice. And they offer grants to communities for the criminals on patrol. Your community watch groups, your community sheeple, your community vigilante, your local Freemasons. Yes, they are nonprofits, folks. They can apply for grants, just like all nonprofits can apply for these grants, like the Feral Cat Cartel in New Jersey, the Feral Cat Cartel in Maryland, multi-billion-dollar company. They're not doing anything for feral cats, folks. They're pocketing the money at your tax dollars, your expense, folks. Yes. Oh, and of course, I'm on a tirade. Thank you, Karen, for this wonderful, wonderful post. I will check to see if it actually posted on the channel. I'm having a lot of difficulty signing on to my computer, my laptop today. I can't imagine why. The criminals have been going into my house. They have been sabotaging my laptop. That has always worked well. It worked just fine when I moved here to Kentucky, but these criminals have sabotaged every phone, my laptop, 2 iPads, 2 lamps, 2 humidifiers, a dehumidifier. The list is endless. They tore the insulation out of this building, and let me show you, folks, because there are some things I didn't get to show you in here because it was too dark. It was too dark, folks. This is the vandalism they did to this post. Look at that, folks. This is the nonprofit building. Look at that, folks. That's a hole, by the way. You see that? That is a hole. This was a brand new building, custom made. This was a custom built building. $22,000, folks. And the criminals. Look what they did to the knots here. But this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I'm signing off for now. My little kitty, I think she wants to go outside. Let me see. Want to go outside, girl? Go outside? Again? She doesn't realize it's still so cold outside. And she's so skinny, my little skinny mini. And she gets cold so fast, so she goes out there. She wants to go outside. She sees that it's sunny. She sees it's sunny out there, and then she is back in about 15 minutes. So I want to show you also what they did to their cat trees. I think I showed you a little bit about what they did. And no, my cats didn't do this. Look. These were new when I moved here. And this is what the criminals did. This is what the criminals did. And here's that V I showed you the other day. They did this to the cat trees. Here, look at this, folks. This was brand new. What they do is they cut it at the top so that it completely unravels. But this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Signing off for now. I hope everybody's having a good day. Please like, comment, share if you feel inclined to do so. If for some reason you don't want me to discuss any of your comments, please let me know. Some of your comments are so incredibly valuable, and not everybody has the time to read all the comments, and sometimes they're shadow banned. So I really want my viewers and listeners to hear what the responses are, because you have such valuable information. So I will get back to you later today. I've got some planning to do here, some work to do. I hope you're having a good day, and I will talk to you in the next video.